Stanley, page 57 and 58. Some children find the change from home to school very difficult. Some parents, likewise, find it difficult to part with their darling infants. As I walked hand in hand with Stanley through the main doors and up the hallway, neither he nor I had any such misgivings. Stanley couldn't wait to become a schoolboy, and I couldn't wait for him to become a schoolboy either. There were no tears. There was no screaming. We crossed into a wide corridor where the infant classes were situated. Outside one of these classrooms, a sniffling mother tried to control her hysterical son. "I don't want to go in, Mummy," he roared, in between convulsive sobs. "I hate it." But you must go, pet," his mother coaxed. "It's a lovely place. You'll meet loads of new friends." Stanley glared at this tear-filled scene. "I hope that sniffling whinge-bag of a wimp isn't in my class," he said angrily. I pretended I hadn't heard and made my way to room 3, Miss Tracy's classroom. Miss Tracy was standing in the doorway, welcoming each child with a lollipop and a big round badge. On the badge was written the child's name in bold printed letters. "Oh, Stanley," she said cheerfully, "come on in. Yours is an easy name to remember. I've only one Stanley." I felt like telling her that it wouldn't be just his name she would find unforgettable, but I resisted. She pushed the door open for us both to see inside. It was indeed a magical sight of both colour and assorted wonders. The classroom was neatly divided into grouped tables, and one side of the classroom was obviously a play area. And this, there was a slide, a foam-based trampoline, a rocking horse, a climbing frame, a sand pit, a plastic tunnel, and lots of other colourful and exciting items. Painting easels and big mounds of clay were laid out in what was known as the craft corner. A neat line of child-height sinks ran along the wall behind the painting easels. There was also a whole wall of shelves on which sat books of every colour and shape and size. Several children had already spotted where the games and jigsaws were kept, and were already, noisily but happily, keeping themselves busy. The walls were decorated with life-size Disney cartoon characters, all of whom appeared to be smiling at the beehive of activity in the room. Stanley stood frozen in silence as he stared at the scene before his eyes. He was transfixed. Look at, he began, but he couldn't finish. Look at, he began again, but again he couldn't finish. Sensing his joy at the sight of such a wonderland, I decided to finish the sentence for him. "Yes, Stanley, look at all the super things in the room. The toys, the books, the games, the paint. Isn't it all fantastic?" But Stanley hadn't heard me. He just continued to stare. "Look at..." He paused yet again.